Hello and welcome back, chat. So, as per usual, I have some immediate disclaimers to provide with you. I'd always record these audios just like sitting in my truck, right? It's like the closest thing I have to an audio studio right now. I have some thick t-shirts that I just keep in the truck all the time, basically, and I drape them over my head. I recline the driver's seat back, and I sit here and record audio. It's honestly the best thing that I can do for overall audio quality. But anyway, the disclaimer that I have to actually provide has to do with audio quality because I usually turn my truck all the way off, specifically for the purpose of air conditioning and or engine sounds not messing with the audio at all. However, unlike the rest of the audios that I've recorded so far for the various, whether it be Sunday or Wednesday videos, it is close to 100 degrees right now. And were I to sit in my truck with no air conditioning for 20 minutes straight, I might literally die. So this is going to be a feature. This is going to be a special feature video. I have a co-commentator in my air conditioning. Here, I'm going to give you guys maybe 2-3 seconds of silence to see if you can hear it. Anyway, that's our co-commentator for the day. Welcome, air conditioning. I hope you guys can enjoy. So, we've got a few things on the agenda to talk about today. Here we are. So, I'm actually in the middle of working on my next project, of which I spent a lot of time like thinking and telling myself, okay, I'm going to keep this a secret, right? I really want there to be some kind of release hype value type of deal. But no, I can't do it. I can't hide it anymore. I'm excited to release Why I Love Spider-Man on Saturday. I found this like absolutely insane success with Why I Love Angela. I mean, we broke 200 views, I think, for the first time ever. I'm pretty sure that was the first time ever. I got the sort of YouTube algorithm boost from my very first upload, the Winter Soldier like montage video, which, by the way, apparently wasn't very entertaining. It got crazy clicks. I must have made a great thumbnail, but in terms of like actual retention, it was not what people were expecting. It was just another commentary video, and so people were clicking off pretty quickly. But anyway, I mean, that's just the type of video I'm going to release on Wednesdays. So if you enjoy like what is basically a podcast, right? So one of the most common and popular ways that I use YouTube is I do a lot of cooking, by the way. I'm a big fan of cooking, and so I will turn on Hearthstone. Actually, Hearthstone is like my Achilles heel. I will watch Hearthstone videos and listen to like calm, slow-paced, strategy-based gamers sit there and talk about like strategizing and rationalizing decisions and stuff like that, while I am, I don't know, throwing some chicken in the oven or cooking some beef, I don't know, whatever, something. And so anyway, that's basically what this video is, right? So once again, I think I said this last video, but as a reminder, go ahead, grab yourself some ramen, some cereal, popcorn, whatever, and enjoy this sort of parasocial commentary that we have going on here. Now, I have to address the background that I've got going on. Because I'm making the Why I Love Spider-Man video, I've been playing a lot of both Spider-Man and Marvel Rivals, obviously, right? I mean, that's what the video is going to be about. But also Spider-Man 2, the video game, the game made by Insomniac, the team that made the Arkham games. You guys know the one that I'm talking about. Now, you and I, we've got a little bit of a chicken and an egg scenario here, because it's more than a little bit of a coincidence that I'm sort of tying the Insomniac game Spider-Man 2 together with Marvel Rivals Nettie Spider-Man for a few reasons. But first and foremost, I got the game for free. There's a long story behind that maybe we'll have another Wednesday storytime video to kind of disclose that. But long story short, all you need to know for today is that I got the game for free. And I've already beaten it. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not a 10 out of 10, but I really do like it. I feel very strongly about the game. And so I'm playing it again on New Game Plus because it's been maybe a year since I've played it. And it's good. It's real good, especially if you go into the settings, which are highly customizable, by the way, and sort of optimize the game to your specific experience. Yeah, it can be really nice. The first time I played through the game, I did it with like the ray tracing, you know, all the insane graphics at 30 FPS. For this second time I'm coming back, I'm setting it to fidelity, which runs it at 60 FPS, and I honestly can't tell a visual difference. Like the visual effects aren't really noticeably different for me. Maybe because I play on a big TV, I'm not sure. But wow, the frame rate literally doubled, right? We went from 30 to 60, and it feels so smooth, and the game feels smooth already. So it's like a super premium, ultra platinum gaming experience as a whole. And so I was going to make the Groot video, why I love Groot, because Groot was actually my first character on Marvel Rivals, like the first character that I wanted to play, the first character that I almost got him all the way to Lord in like one maining session, basically, right? I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'll main a character for a while, like I'll insta-lock them for maybe 10 games and then usually play them for another 30 games, but after that I kind of lose interest. And Groot was number one for me. I think he was better back then than he was now, especially because Wolverine popularity. But anyway, I was going to make a video about him. We were going to have a shitpost video full of all sorts of Minecraft memes. It was going to be fantastic. But I logged in and saw Spider-Man 2, played it, and I was like, all right, yeah, I have to talk about player fantasy, right? I mean, that should I should put that in the bio of my channel, because it's probably going to come up every video. It's definitely going to come up in the Spider-Man video. I don't know if I brought it up in the Angela video. By the way, speaking of the Angela video, wow. I'm going to be completely candid, right? I have a small body of viewers for these Wednesday videos, right? There's just a small portion of you guys that consistently watch these, and so I'm gonna treat you guys like the treasured few. You guys are gonna get the YouTube storytime treatment. I put just a tiny amount of effort into that video. That was probably, like, from my end, I expected that to be my worst video yet. I don't like the character, right? And so it wasn't a passion project. I was sitting there moaning and groaning at the table, forcing myself to do it. The character just came out, and so, like, all of the ability icons and all the numbers and stuff like that wasn't out and available at, like, high frame rates. The only actual assets related to Angela that I could find, I had to go on my PlayStation, screen record, send it onto my laptop, edit the photo on my laptop, crop out the ability icon, and then cross it over. But then that's too low resolution anyway, right? Because it's gone through like 3 file conversions. So I ended up trying to do it by hand, and it was horrible. Not only was it horrible, I did it over the course of probably about 3 days, which is a little bit low, right? I usually try to get in a nice 4 real thick, dense quality work days for each of these videos. For the Sunday or Saturday videos, that is. These Wednesday videos I crank out in like 3 hours. But I hope they're still enjoyable, right? I do what I can. Anyway, and it got just a massive viewing. Wow, it went huge. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. That's a part of why I want to go for Spider-Man, because I think I sold my soul, right? I chose to make a video not that I was passionate about, but whatever the algorithm was peddling at the time, and it went absolutely massive. So I'm going to follow up on that, and I'm going to make yet another like popular character in the thumbnail type of video, you know what I mean? And we'll see how it goes, right? I mean, that's the type of thing where you can really only understand how it happens post, right? I mean, I can only see how you guys respond to it after I've already posted it. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. Now, up next, I have an interesting question for you guys, because the actual content for this video, the visual stimulus, what is effectively Subway Surfers that I have for you guys today is a mix of Spider-Man gameplay from, like, NetEase, right, from Marvel Rivals. But then I'm also sprinkling some Spider-Man 2 in there for 2 reasons. One, because, well, actually, okay, let's say 3. 3 reasons. One, because I'm playing it a lot right now. Like, that's my single-player guilty pleasure, you know, like 12 or like midnight to 1 a.m. type of deal. That's what I'm playing. So I'm just naturally gathering footage for it, for one. For 2, it's related to the Spider-Man video, right? I mean, for what it's worth, the right bumper on Spider-Man, like the thing where he pulls himself to you and kicks you, that is called Web Strike, which is word for word an ability you have in Spider-Man 2. Furthermore, the Peter Parker voice actor in Spider-Man 2 is the exact same voice actor that we have for the NetEase, the Marvel Rivals Spider-Man. So I think there's some very intentional parallels going on there. And so I think they're related, so I want to check that out. And honestly, I think they are related, but I'm not going to tell you guys about that just yet, because I'm going to save that for the Spider-Man video. Because honestly, if you are regular enough of a viewer that you watch these Wednesday videos, you've probably seen quite a lot of the Why I Love series. And so you're probably aware of my format by now, right? I mean, we have funny hook, ability demonstration and explanation, kit breakdown, and then like a comparison, right? Like I compare and contrast to something else in video games, and this is going to be the comparison. So yeah, I'm not gonna ruin the surprise factor for you. I'm gonna farm you for viewer retention. I'm gonna get you to watch this one and the Why I Love Spider-Man video. But honestly, if you're watching the Wednesday videos, you probably would have done that anyway. So I was shocked with the little time and little effort I put into the Angela video, with the enormous like strength that it came. But the third reason, I know, I didn't forget. Don't worry, I said there's 3 reasons, and I know that I have a YouTuber style of speech where it is long and winding and convoluted and honestly just bad. And I lose my own train of thought regularly. However, I didn't forget. Don't worry. There are still 3 reasons. The third reason is kind of a content question, right? I was just going to make this decision blind, which is honestly like harder than it needs to be, because I can just ask you guys, would you guys like to see a Spider-Man 2 playthrough? I mean, I know that I've really shoehorned myself as the Marvel Rivals creator, right? And I've made, 12 Marvel Rivals videos in a row. And I like the hero shooter genre, right? And so I have nothing wrong with playing Marvel Rivals. Obviously, maybe I'll even make some Overwatch videos. I hope not, but maybe we'll see. But if you guys would be interested in single player games, that's a good one to play. It's entertaining. The story is at least all right. And it's high action, it's high octane, and it can be more of effectively this style of content where, right, if I can get a live commentary set up so that it's less of a podcast type of deal and more of a, like classic 2013 YouTube Let's Play commentary, all that stuff. If you guys want to blast to the past, you want to remember how life was a decade ago, don't worry, I can give you guys that here at the Alex L channel. But if you're not interested in that, that's totally fine. I probably intend to make as many Why I Love videos as I can. The reason I selected Why I Love, like the title and the format of the video, is because I wanted something that was my style, right? So like sort of informative and demonstrative, or sort of the style that I want to have on YouTube, but also because I can make a lot of them. Like I unlocked Spider-Man's level 1 like banner, like the kill banner, while making the video, and I never unlocked Winter Soldier's kill banner. I don't play these heroes a lot, and so I don't have to sink a lot of time into it, right? Like this isn't a 100 hours of Black Panther video, and so it's kind of realistic for me to pump these out every week. But if you guys would prefer something else, I could make them more often, because it's going to be dramatically lower effort, right? I mean, I spend a minimum of 20 hours editing each of the Why I Love videos. If I spent 20, I could probably edit a whole Spider-Man 2 series over the course of 20 hours. So just let me know what you think about that. If that's something that you'd be interested in or not interested in. Maybe it's something I can sprinkle in if things go well. We'll see. On other news, a big part of what I do sort of as a content creator is, so I think I've already told you guys, I think I mentioned it in one of my Wednesday videos. I bum it up in Starbucks. I go in there, I buy myself the cheapest thing on the menu, I sit in a corner, and I use their honestly surprisingly goated Starbucks Wi-Fi for, I don't know, a casual minimum of 4 hours. So I'm sitting in there, I'm clacking away, I'm listening to my Nintendo music, and I am jamming out these edits. And so I've really come to like a particular Starbucks. So I usually have like a group of 4 that are all within half an hour of each other that I sort of rotate through. But I found one Starbucks to be the most reliable. Their internet is always up. When I ask them to give me water, it's always a huge one, right? That's a big benefit. And seating is pretty reliable. Some of the Starbucks, they're so popular that I actually can consistently get a seat to work at. And where I live, it is ungodly hot. And so if I were to edit outside, I kid you not, my computer might literally overheat and I might have like problems trying to edit outside. That might literally not be an option. So anyway, there's that signature YouTuber talking flow that I was talking about. Long story short, I have just one Starbucks that I love to work out of. And now I have become a recognizable regular at this Starbucks. Everyone in there knows my name. If I walk up, they'll be asking me which of my 2 regular orders it is. I mean, all kinds of stuff like that. And I've told them a few times that I'm video editing, which is not a lie, right? When I go in there, I am video editing. But I've told them that I do freelance video editing, whenever like they're striking up conversation while I'm tipping or taking my order, something like that. And so I think they're starting to suspect me. For two reasons. First and foremost, I think they're starting to suspect me because I basically gather reference material. I will watch some of my favorite YouTubers, namely like Alpha Oxtrot and El Maxo, and kind of get some inspiration for what I want to do, right? So they see me watching YouTube up in there for one. And then for two, I cooked myself. It's over. I accidentally was changing the audio format, the audio style in the midst of me making a video. Long story short, I started playing my audio out of my laptop instead of my headphones. And so the contents of my video for, I don't know, at least 20 seconds, because it took me an embarrassingly long time to realize. I was sitting there like, why are my headphones so quiet? Everyone heard at least 20 seconds of me talking and explaining video game character abilities, and the cafe was, of course, packed. So anyway, my secret's out, whether I want it to be or not. Maybe they're starting to suspect that I am not just a video editor, but I'm editing my own videos that I'm, producing and all that type of stuff. But they get a good window into my creative process, which is kind of interesting because I'm inhabiting the creative process. I'm focused, I'm locked in. Let me tell you, chat, oh my God. There are some days wherein the creative process comes slowly. There are some days where I can't exactly decide what meme I want to use in one spot. Sometimes I'm trying to change up a resource, or I get caught up in 15 file type conversions, stuff like that. But some days I look at the clock, I start editing, and then the next time I look at the clock, it's like 6 hours later. It is so easy to absolutely lock into these cafes, and that's a big part of why I go to cafes instead of editing from home, is because it's like a public setting, right? I'm not there to fuck around, you know what I mean? I can't just walk around, I can't pace aimlessly, I can't talk to myself or anything like that, because I'm in public. So I'm sitting there and I'm basically sort of shoehorned into doing what I came there to do, and so that's how I'm scamming myself into getting maximum cranking, as we like to say on the Alex L channel. But I don't really see it because I'm inhabiting it, right? I don't see my creative process because all I see is the editing timeline. But there's a lot of silent talking to myself and scrolling through audios, and I go through various different poses of like frustration, basically, honestly, because editing can be it's not a shockingly frustrating process, because I feel like it's kind of public knowledge that one of the biggest barriers to someone becoming a content creator is the actual production aspect. The thing about content creation is you're a one-man army type of deal, because I'm gonna have to make YouTube videos for at least a year before I see even a penny from it, you know what I mean? Like, content creation isn't something that just blows up overnight usually. I mean, I think, who had a really famous rise to start? I mean, El Maxo was quick, Queso was a big deal. Queso, it didn't take long for him to get kicked off, but anyway, I know that I'm going to have to be doing this for a long time to get this to be a part of my natural workflow, for it to be something that I can do on the regular. And because of that, I can't afford to hire an editor or to hire an artist, right? Because I'm already investing my time, and for the time being, not actually receiving anything substantial in exchange outside of creative satisfaction, which, by the way, I enjoy so much more than I was expecting I was going to. I really figured that editing was going to be like a fingernail pulling process, right? I mean, it's just going to be horrible, but a lot of the time I enjoy myself up in there. It really does feel like a creative pursuit. I feel like I'm up in there and sort of creating a product straight out of my own mind, which hopefully you guys enjoy. I mean, we'll see how people feel about my style. I'm still at the weird phase of sort of online intimacy, wherein I have a horrible view to subscriber ratio. I had 15 subscribers at the time of making this video, and so a lot of people aren't ready to invest in my channel. A lot of people aren't ready to take the plunge, and I think that might be because I'm so small, right? I mean, for myself, whenever I see a really small YouTube channel, I get a little bit hesitant to subscribe, right? Because for one, I'm worried that they're going to crank out lots and lots and lots of horrible content that's going to really mess up my subscription feed, for one. And then for two, I don't know, there's a little bit of an obligation, right? I don't know if you guys have ever tuned into a stream, right? Like a small stream. And if I had this happen to me one time, by the way. So I was scrolling YouTube Shorts, and I happened upon a stream where it was a guy with curly brown hair, and he was playing Hollow Knight. His view count was 1, and when I joined, it got to 2, and the second I joined, he mentioned me by name, and I was locked in. I was CC'd. I was done. I mean, I can't leave, dude. This guy has one viewer, and he is so happy that I'm here. Even if I just put my phone and go do something else, right? I mean, it's the human thing to do. It's decency. And so anyway, I didn't want to leave that guy hanging. And I wonder if I have that same effect on other people too. I hope not, but maybe so. But either way, let me know if you guys feel the sting of preemptive online intimacy, as I like to call it. Because, you know, when you're a group of 15, you know, you're really one of the few, right? Like, when I subscribed to Markiplier, I got on the Markiplier train pretty early. I think I subscribed to him around, like, 90,000, I think. You're just like, I don't know, you're one of the faceless horde, you know what I mean? But when someone has 15 subscribers, they are aware of every single individual subscriber that they get because the number is so small, right? I mean, by clicking that subscriber button, you've just become, I don't know, a whopping like 8% of their subscriber like base, you know what I mean? The population. So maybe there's a little bit of sting going on there, but all that comes into the creative process, of which these very, very caring and very lovely Starbucks baristas get to witness on a not daily basis. I don't do editing every day. I've got like a shit ton of jobs, and so I'm in and out, you know, kind of I start the day with some editing and then go work a shift and then come back, you know, before they close, stuff like that. So they don't see me literally every day. They don't see me all the time, but it's regular. I mean, it's more days in a week than not, you know what I mean? But anyway, I've enjoyed yapping way too much. I collected roughly 20 minutes of footage to kind of put in the background for this video, but it has just occurred to me that I'm gonna have to edit, right? Like, not all of that is gonna see the light of day. There's gonna be like int deaths of mine that you guys are not gonna want to see. There's gonna be parts in the Spider-Man 2 game where I try to go from some like insane trick and fall on my face, and it's horribly embarrassing. So anyway, I have to stop the yap train whether I want to or not. Anyway, if by some insane stretch of the imagination you watched this entire video and you stayed here for the absolute whole train, thank you. No, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe because I hope you were able to enjoy this, like, basically conversation, right? You and I are basically just chatting it up for these Wednesday videos. I appreciate your time. Tune in next Wednesday for more if this interests you. But if you're looking for any different content, look out for what will hopefully be a great video. I haven't actually opened the editor app yet, so I don't know if it'll be a good video yet. I'm still writing the script. But for what will hopefully be an absolutely goated Saturday Why I Love Spider-Man video. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and have a good night.